Good evening, and welcome to the regular meeting of the Village of Frankfort Village Board. It's Monday, October 4th, 2021, and we ask our clerk, Katie Schubert, to take the roll, please.
Mayor Ogle.
Here.
Trustee Ledden.
Here.
Trustee Severia.
Here.
Trustee Farina.
Here.
Trustee Petra.
Here.
Trustee Borelli.
Here.
Trustee Rossi.
Here.
Attorney Mahoney.
Here.
Attorney Lamore.
Present.
Village Administrator Pisha.
Here.
Chief Chalepis.
Here.
And Village Clerk is here.
All right, thank you. If you'd stand with me, and we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our first item on here is what we call the unanimous consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and will be enacted in one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a board member so requests, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. So at this time, I ask if anyone would like to remove anything from the consent agenda. All right. Hearing none, then can I get a motion to approve this consent agenda?
So moved.
Second. We have a motion by Trustee Farina and a second by Trustee Savaria. We will go through each of the items on here so that those who are in the audience, at home watching, or maybe watching later on the YouTube channel or FCTV on demand, so you understand what it is that we are voting on. Also, so that you know, on our website, the packets that we see and that we vote on are available in a draft form, so you know exactly what it is that we will be voting on. So the first items on here are the approval of the minutes from a public hearing on September 20th, and then also a regular meeting on September 20th. Are there any changes? If not, we will move to Trustee Savaria with the bills.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The bills tonight are slightly higher than normal and equal $2,558,073.11. Some line items making up this figure include $1,094,688.51 to Illinois Environmental P for wastewater treatment plant loan payment, $5,450 to Lauterbach and Amann for our annual audit, and $1,153,575.15 to PT Farrow for 2021 road maintenance. And that concludes the bills this evening.
Thank you, Trustee Savaria. Now we have some items from the Committee of the Whole, and the first item we will go to Trustee Farina.
Thank you, Mayor Ogle. The first item is Fiscal Year 2021 Comprehensive Annual Financial Report and acceptance of the report. The Comprehensive Annual Financial Report of the Village of Frankfort for the fiscal year ended April 30th, 2021 has been completed. The village is required to publish a complete set of audited financial statements within 6 months of the close of each fiscal year. The report includes the village's financial statements presented in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles. The report is a culmination of the past year's financial activity and is the formal mechanism used to communicate to the public the financial status of the village. These financial statements have been audited by Lauterbach and Amann, LLP, a firm of licensed certified public accountants, in accordance with the generally accepted auditing standards. Lauterbach and Amann has issued an unmodified opinion of the Village of Frankfort's financial statements for the year ended April 30th, 2021. At the Committee of the Whole public meeting held on September 20th, 2021, Courtney Clement of Lauterbach and Amann presented the information from the audit to the village's corporate authorities. It was the consensus of the committee to forward a recommendation to the village board to accept the fiscal year 2021 comprehensive annual financial report for the year ended April 30th, 2021. The motion before us this evening is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and accept the Village of Frankfort's comprehensive annual financial report for the fiscal year ended April 30th, 2021.
Thank you, Trustee Farina. And the next item on here, we will go to Trustee Petro.
Thank you, Mayor Ogle. Grafin Development T3IP New Construction Grant Approval Resolution. At its September 20th, 2021 meeting, the Committee of the Whole reviewed Grafin's development proposal to construct a new 12,209 square foot industrial building at 22791 Challenger Road. The applicant requests grant funding under the village's Target Industrial and Industry and Industrial Incentive Program, otherwise known as T3IP, which provides for $1 per square foot of new construction. The committee noted the project fell within the parameters of the T3IP program guidelines and was eligible for a $12,209 grant. It was the consensus of the committee to forward a recommendation to the village board authorizing approval of the construction grant. The motion before us is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and adopt a resolution authorizing the approval of a Target Industry and Industrial Incentive Program grant in the amount of $12,209 to Grafin Development for construction of a new 12,209 square foot building at 22791 Challenger Road. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Petro. Now we'll go to Trustee Rossi.
Okay, the landscape uplighting at Breedard Green bid approval. The village desires to add accent lighting to the trees and stage area at Breedard Green. Staff developed specifications and solicited competitive bids from qualified contractors for the landscape uplighting project. Staff received bids from 2 qualified contractors for the project. Windgren Landscape, Inc. submitted the low bid in the amount of $32,000. It was the consensus of the committee to forward a recommendation to the village board to accept the low bid and award the contract to Windgren Landscape, Inc. for the project. Motion before us is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with Windgren Landscape, Inc. in the amount of $32,000 for the landscape lighting project at Breedard Green.
Thank you, Trustee Rossi. Now we'll go to a Plan Commission item, and we'll go to Trustee Borelli.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Show and Go Custom Special Use Permit for Automobile Repair and Service, 161 Ontario Street, Unit 3, Ordinance. Applicant Rick Sutton proposes to open Show and Go Customs, a business specializing in custom wheel installation and suspension upgrades of passenger cars and trucks at 161 Ontario Street, Unit 3. To accommodate the proposed operation in the I-2 General Industrial District, the applicant seeks the granting of a special use permit for automobile repair and service. At its September 23rd, 2021 public hearing on the project, the Plan Commission forwarded a unanimous recommendation to the village board to approve the special use request. The motion before us tonight is to accept the Plan Commission recommendation, waive the first and second readings, and pass an ordinance granting a special use permit for automobile repair and service to the property located at 161 Ontario Street, Unit 3, to permit the operation of Show and Go Customs in accordance with the reviewed plans, public testimony, findings of fact, and conditioned upon the following. Number 1, the rear outdoor storage area shall be screened from view on Ontario Street with a 5.5-foot tall chain link fence with mesh and kept in like new condition. If the vegetation that currently provides screening along the north, east, and west portions of the outdoor storage area is removed, the applicant shall install opaque mesh fencing or other vegetative screening along said property lines subject to review and approval by staff. Number 2, restoring the storage area to a traditional gravel parking lot. Number 3, limiting the storage of disabled vehicles to a maximum of 2 weeks. And number 4, restriping the parking spaces along the west drive aisle to provide adequate parking to meet zoning ordinance requirements. That concludes.
Thank you, Trustee Burley. Is there any discussion on any of these items, the consent agenda from the board? Okay, hearing none, we'll go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for the vote.
Trustee Severia? Yes. Trustee Farina? Yes. Trustee Petro?
Yes.
Trustee Borelli?
Yes.
Trustee Rossi?
Yes.
And Trustee Ledden?
Yes.
Motion carries.
The next item on here is what we call the mayor's report. And first was the Old Plank Trail 5K Run Walk, which took place on Saturday, October 2nd. We want to thank the generous donations and support of Old Plank Trail Community Bank, Jewel Food Stores, the Frankfort Police Department, Karen Volk for leading the warm-up exercises, and all the volunteers who assisted with this year's events. The results are posted at our frankfortil.org or at racetime.info. And just so we know, the overall female winner was Jody Hafner from Frankfort with 27 minutes, 3 seconds, 0.58. And the male winner was Ignacio Ramos from Homewood with a time of 21 minutes, 43 seconds, 0.97. The last scheduled day for village-provided branch pickup is going to be October 11th. New Way Disposal will continue waste, yard, and branch pickup through November. Bundles and yard waste bags must have a yard waste sticker affixed to them for pickup by New Way. The village will provide 7 free curbside leaf collections this year. The leaves will be picked up once a week from October 18th through November 29th. And the Frankfort Country Market will continue every Sunday in downtown Frankfort from 9 o'clock until 1 o'clock, going through October 24th. I believe they have pumpkins now out there as well, so you can get your pumpkins. And since we're talking about pumpkins and Halloween, the Frankfort Police Department is going to host their annual Safety Trunk or Treat Halloween event on Saturday, October 30th. It'll be from 10 a.m. until noon in the Bright Art Green parking lot in downtown Frankfort. The E.F. Bucko Costume Parade will kick off the event at 10 a.m., followed by trunk or treating. Local businesses and organizations will also pass out candy and trinkets to the children from their decorated trunks. The details are available on the village website. And we do have trick-or-treat hours for the village of Frankfort. They are from 3 p.m. until 7 p.m., and Halloween falls on Sunday, October 31st this year. Somebody made me aware of this at one time, as there are some special pumpkins that are out there. One is a blue pumpkin that represents that someone has autism. They may come to your door and may not be quite as responsive, or may look a little old to be trick-or-treating. You could also put those out if that's something that you want people to know that you're aware of this. And also, there's also a teal pumpkin, if you see those, and that represents that you're giving out candy that's friendly for people that have food allergies. So if that's something that you may want to do, we hope that when you're out there that you'll be safe and you have fun. And one other item that I wanted to add here too is that there is a reapportionment map. Our districts are being redrawn. Every 10 years is the federal census, and Will County is having the hearing tonight. One of the proposed plans, our board, on behalf of our residents, we submitted a letter directly to the Will County Board in opposition of one of the plans, and that we supported them staying with a plan that was similar to what we did. And our other local Lincoln Way mayors from Manhattan, New Lenox, and Mokina also submitted these letters on behalf of all of our residents too. So just want you all to be aware of that and to keep an eye on that in the future. So that concludes the mayor's report tonight. And at this point, we'll go to our board comments, and we will start with our clerk, Katie Schubert.
Thank you, Mayor Ogle. As you said, we had the 5K run walk this weekend, which was lots of fun. I did not run in it, but I had a great time doing the warm-up exercises with Karen. But I came to the 5K at 7:30 in the morning to volunteer, and I was struck by the fact that so many of our village employees had already been there for a long time, and we had other volunteers from the village who were there to give out water and donuts, and it just reminded me what a community of doers we are here in Frankfort, how many volunteers we have. So just thank you to everyone who volunteered for that and everything else that we have here, whether it's Fall Fest or athletics or the schools. So thank you to everyone in Frankfort who helps make this work. And if you haven't found something to volunteer for, there's definitely something here for you.
Thank you. Trustee Ledden.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have just two things. I was going to congratulate Rob and Jenny Booth on this audit report. I think it tells a great story for the village, and it's a lot of effort that goes into getting these things done, so congratulations on getting it done on time. And the second thing, and just not to steal your thunder, Rob, but reading your village administrator report, you guys have a lot going on. So thank you for all your efforts. That's all I have.
Thank you. Trustee Savaria.
So I don't know how appropriate this is, but this Friday, my daughter's getting married, and I just wanted to wish her and her fiance the best of luck going forward in their new life.
Very nice.
That's all I have.
Thank you. Trustee Farina.
Congratulations and best wishes to your family and daughter. Two items. I wanted to share that the Will County Advocacy Center provides essential services for children who suffer abuse, neglect, and trauma. Therapists are in need of brand-new Barbie and Ken dolls in all shapes, sizes, and colors to give to children after their first appointment. You can drop off, mail, or send from Amazon a Barbie or Ken doll to the Will County Advocacy Center at 304 North Scott Street, Joliet, Illinois 60432. That tugged at my heartstrings.
No.
And one other item. The Chicago Region Trees Initiative invited the Village of Frankfort to support the Plant Trees for Communities initiative. Their goal is to plant at least one tree in every local community in the 7-county Chicago region and in each of the 50 Chicago wards. It's approximately 340 trees in 2021. The Plant Trees for Communities initiatives is the first step toward the common goal to rebuild the Chicago region's urban forest to improve our quality of life. By participating in this initiative, we show support for building a stronger, healthier, and more equitable future for the Chicago region. The tree for Frankfort has been planted in Prairie Park near the fishing pier, and a tag highlighting the initiative's goals was provided. So thank you, Terry Kessel, for that report today. And that's all, Mayor Ogle.
Thank you. Trustee Petro.
Thank you, Mayor Ogle. I too just wanted to thank our staff and all the volunteers for what a beautiful weather we had for the 5K walk run, and was able to finish it, so feeling pretty good about that with the family. Also, it's hard not to recognize just how great the entire town looks like. We've had, warmer than average weather, but all of a sudden I do start to see the leaves are falling and it is fall. And our Public Works has done such a nice job of really bringing that to life in our downtown area, and the leaf pickup is such an appreciated services, and it keeps our town looking very nice and clean. So thank you to our staff as always. I also just wanted to report back. We talked that many of the trustees were attending the Illinois Municipal League last weekend, and I think there were some great conferences, some great connections and discussions made from other communities, and we're able to bring back some different pearls that really just help us invest and serve our community. So we appreciate the support of staff attending as well as our trustees to bring back new ideas. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Borelli.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, Trustee Severia, that was totally appropriate, and I wish Katie and Vinny the many, many years of happiness. Congratulations. I also want to congratulate the Hickory Creek Middle School, on their softball team. They finished, they made it all the way to the state finals last weekend or 2 weekends ago. Fell just short at the end, but what a fantastic run. What a great group of girls. I stated at the last meeting, I know a lot of them, so congratulations. It was great following along. One of the dads was, streaming the videos. I was trying to chime in when I could to watch. I don't know if anyone saw the send-off that the school gave them when they went down to state, but it was really cool. Big ceremony as they got onto the bus, and it was just really a great moment for them all. So congratulations, girls. Well done. And then we got to congratulate Summit Hill, too. They made it to the semifinals, state semifinals, too, the baseball team. So congratulations to all of them. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Trustee Borelli. Trustee Rossi.
Okay. First thing is, just to remind everybody, this Wednesday, we do have an honor flight coming in. We have one person from our area here, a retired Colonel Constance Edwards will be coming in, and we will be escorting her in. I want to open and welcome. Anybody wants to join the little parade, you're more than welcome. Unfortunately, I will not know the actual time until maybe an hour before it happens. So I will get out the info, and I'm going to check and see with staff if there's a way we could post it on Facebook that the community could see ahead of time if anybody else would like to join us. And I'll keep everyone on the board informed as fast as I get info. Last thing is, I also have a stepson and his fiance getting married this Friday night also, and I wanted to be the first to congratulate him.
Thank you, Trustee Rossi. Now we'll go to our village administrator, Rob Pisha.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Since we're congratulating, I want to congratulate Katie. I don't think it's I can't believe that she's old enough to be getting married. She's the same age as my son, so I've known Katie basically her entire life, and congratulate her and wish her the best on her wedding. It's outstanding, so congratulations to you. I'll also take the opportunity to congratulate my son, who got married last weekend, or 2 weekends ago. So congratulations to my son John and his new wife Ayelet. So I obviously wish them the best, and I know they're going to have a great and happy marriage. Just a few items. I know we don't want to talk the bad word about snow, but the good news is staff has been preparing. We had a training session with the Conservation Foundation on proper use of salt and de-icing, trying to find ways to reduce chlorides that are going into our creeks. So it was basically a training session on proper calibration of our equipment to make sure that we're best utilizing the salt in the most effective way. So just want to let you know that we're trying to do the best for our community and for the environment through training. Dovetail on Trustee Petro's comments about our leaf pickup. This is a kind of a broken record thing that I do every year, but just want to remind residents as we get into our leaf collection season that I please ask you not to put the leaves in the street. It does, when we have any rain events, it can clog up the sewers and cause some flooding, so please remember, just put the leaves at the parkway. The trucks will, with the vacuum, come and clean them up. So please do that for us. And that is the end of my report.
Thank you, Rob. Now we go to Chief Ch.6 for the Police Department report.
Thank you, Mayor. As mentioned earlier, we're getting ready for our EF Bucko costume parade and safety trunk or treat. And I would just like to announce any businesses or organizations that would like to participate can either email us at admin@frankfortil.org or give us a call at the police department, and we're happy to facilitate that. We are still looking for people to participate. So if you have a business or organization that's looking to get involved in this very fun event, we would love for you to participate. In addition, we just put up our Frankfort Police News for October. So the newsletter is available on the Frankfort Village website. So check out the newsletter. We'll also be putting it out on our social media. So it's a great way to get crime statistics, community events coming up, and then also safety information. We try to put safety tips in there as well. And lastly, as always, we encourage residents and community members to report all suspicious activity, persons, and vehicles immediately when you view something. You can do this by calling 911, or you can always call the non-emergency number, which is 815-485-2500. I should also mention that if you're traveling in the Lincoln Way area, that non-emergency number also is for Manhattan Police Department, Mokina Police Department, New Lenox Police Department, and Will County unincorporated areas. So just that one number, it's a good number to put in your cell phone. So if you see something and you want to report it and you feel odd calling 911, you can always call that non-emergency number as well.
Thank you, Chief. Now we go to our attorneys for the attorney's report.
No report tonight. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you, Hannah. This is the part called Other Business. Is there any other business to come before Rob? Okay. Public comment. Is there anyone in the public who would like to make a comment before the village board? Okay. Hearing none, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Farina, second by Trustee Borelli. All those in favor say aye. Meeting's adjourned. Good night, folks.